All right, so a quick update. We had reported on the lawsuit. Mary J. Blige was sued by Misa Hylton, who is a stylist, but also former friend of Mary J. Blige's for over 30 plus years, and she does share a son with Diddy. Now, that lawsuit was basically alleging that they had some sort of business deal in regards to music artist Vado. The business deal seems like it went bad, and Misa Hylton was claiming that there were damages up to $5 million that she should be paid from Mary J. Blige because of it. Now, that lawsuit was dismissed. Now the judge, basically, because Mary J. Blige had asked for it to be dismissed, and the judge basically said that Misa Hylton's side didn't meet a deadline to prove a lot of the things that they were alleging happened in the lawsuit that they filed. And the judge, even though the judge didn't issue any sanctions, the judge was not too happy with the way that this went down. So the judge called Misa's abandonment of, the lawsuit bad faith litigation tactics, and said the court in no way condones parties filing a lawsuit claiming millions in damages based on inflammatory accusations, only to have those very same parties abandon their allegations when faced with a motion to dismiss and sanctions. Now, I did receive a statement exclusively from Misa Hylton on this, and she says, over the years, there have been people very close to me who have hurt me deeply, and I chose not to pursue them even when I could have and maybe should have. That reflection led to me asking myself why I chose a different path for someone I once called my sister. Through this experience, I learned that mixing family, friendship, and business is not always wise, and that even in painful moments, there are meaningful lessons to be learned. While I don't agree with everything that was done, I chose peace. This entire ordeal has taken a significant toll on my mental health and has caused me to reflect deeply on life, memories, relationships, and their true purpose and meaning. I pray for healing for all of us.
So the lawsuit's over.
Yeah, the lawsuit has been dismissed, but I mean, she can go back and refile if she wants to. But the judge did give a warning and say, if you're going to do this, when you move forward, you got to make sure that y'all do everything y'all are supposed to do, because if not, it's in bad faith.
Now, has she talked? Have you talked to her? Has she talked to Mary J. Blige, or has been nothing like that?
I know of. They have not spoken in some time.
Has Vado released a statement?
I have not received a statement from Vado.
Okay. Has Vado released music?
Don't know that answer. I didn't check.
Envy, has Vado released music?
Not that I have.
Okay.
Not that you've received it.
No, I don't have anything in my
I'm
laptop.
sure it was all these legal issues that was keeping Vado from putting out music.
No, I haven't
so now
got
that the
anything
legal issues are resolved,
in a minute
I'm sure
for Vado.
Y'all are
hot fire.
But Mary J. Blige did post on her Insta story, and it wasn't anything direct, but just because of the timing, I saw people picking it up. She posted the emoji with the sunglasses on, and the song that she added on the Insta story was DJ Khaled God Did. But yeah, so we move on. It's Loren LoRosa telling you to beware of the dog. That's right, Top Dog Law. Car accident, slip and fall, or even a worksite injury, you make the call. Y'all better call the dog. No legal talk, no red tape, just one call and they handle the rest. They only get you paid if you win. No out-of-pocket fees, no hidden costs, and no catch. Bills don't wait, and neither does my boy Top Dog Law. They act fast, right when you need it. Now don't wait. Call Top Dog Law for a free case review. Call now or check them out on Instagram at Top Dog Law. Y'all can also hit them up at topdoglaw.com. Any accident, big or small, you make the call. Y'all, call Top Dog Law. That's Top Dog Law. Now, in other news, so Chris Redd, formerly of Saturday Night Live, SNL, made he got very vulnerable via his Instagram, and he talks about going through a bad pill addiction that he had, and allegedly selling pills to some of his SNL castmates. Let's take a listen to Chris being vulnerable.
I'm not really one for resolutions or nothing like that, but I do have one that I'm going to be leading with a lot more vulnerability and openness in my work, in my life. I know a lot of people talk about me dating Kenan Thompson's ex-wife and how that came to be. Bottom line is, while I was at the show, I had some pill issues, I had some pill problems. I was even selling some to the people, so some of my castmates. I'm not going to snitch on y'all, man. I would be around on this people would talk about it and buy and talk about me, and I would hear them because some of that Adderall got you super hearing and but wouldn't help me. I would have panic attacks, wouldn't be concerned about me or nothing, just would talk and it was crazy how somebody would watch you destroy yourself. This lady was the only one to call me on my help me with my she helped me with my therapy journey, and she told me things about her life that made me look at a lot of people involved in it differently.
I can tell you one thing right now. Them people at SNL be high as kites. They be high as hell. I remember Pete was up here was saying something like that, man. When he was young, he was struggling with the addiction and things like that. And people, nobody talked to him there like that, about that.
Oh, like his time that
you know
he
what I'm
was here.
saying? Yeah, they be high as hell up on SNL.
I always wonder when you have somebody like that admits to selling drugs to people and seeing their lives break down. Do they ever feel guilty for doing that, right? Do they ever say, I wish I didn't do that? When people sell like pills or drugs to their community and they see how it affects them, I wonder how that makes them feel after. Like, do they feel any regret?
I mean,
ask some of these drug dealers. Ask these rappers that claim to sell all these bricks and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if they ever have a regret or they don't even think about it anymore.
Well, and
It depends on at the level that you selling the pills. Because I remember I was selling perks. Because when I broke my ankle and I was taking them, I was like, you know what? No, I ain't trying to feel like this. But I know some niggas that would love to take them. And so, I was making my little
get those
bread.
perks off?
I was making my little bread.
not you just posting buses on your Instagram. Okay.
I doubt they feel guilty though. Just like the tobacco industry don't feel guilty, just like the fast food industry don't feel guilty.
True.
Like,
Well,
I doubt it.
Chris, the point of him posting this video was he was trying to, because he went through his own struggles with addiction, he was just trying to, let some things go in the year. And he actually starts breaking down into tears, not even just about this whole, the addiction conversation, the pills, but he breaks his silence for the first time about dating Kenan Thompson's ex-wife after they divorced. Let's take a listen.
Up.
Yeah.
In that time, we fell in love, and I felt bad from the start. I really loved everything me and Kenan did, bro. And I hate doing something to somebody that I know would hurt them. No matter who they are, no matter what they've done, that's just not how I'm built. Like, I'm not built like that. I don't feel player for this at all. But I did choose love. It made me look terrible to people that I love. A lot of my fans. So I didn't know how to do this without doing this. I'm in therapy. So, ever since I figured out that I'm more sad than angry, all my anger issues have turned into tears. It's crazy, bro. I don't feel like a pimp. I don't feel cool about this at all, besides the fact that I found someone that makes me feel like I didn't even know what love was for real. And me and him talked about it, and I'm not going to say, and we were cool, and we continued to work for a year after we talked about it, and as soon as everybody found out, changed. This is the type of thing that, and you can have a conversation with a about that can switch on a dime.
Ooh.
I love the vulnerability.
I do.
Yeah. And he says that he'll talk about it a bit and some of his comedy that he'll be doing this year, but it won't be all about this. But yeah, he got pretty deep in.
Is he still with her?
That I know of, yes.
Okay.
I saw pictures of them as recent as 2024, and I tried to look into that to see how where they are right now. But the way in this video, it's 6 minutes, the way he talks about her, I do believe they're still together. And from what I'm seeing online, they're according to reports, they are still together.
Did that relationship cost him his SNL gig? I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't believe that it did because, let me look up what the statement was when he left SNL. But I know that for some time, they were trying to be friendly about it. But it was so weird because I remember when the news broke about this, we were all trying to figure out what their working relationship was like because they were still on the show together. Mm-hmm. And he says for the first time, it got weird once people knew because inside they knew. But I don't know if that would cost him the gig, but I can find out for you.
Ask another question?
Go ahead.
What race is she? I would like to know.
Well, her name is Christina Evangeline, and I'll show you how she looks. I don't know
You
her.
don't know? Little miscellaneous?
Yeah.
Little miscellaneous in the face?
Let me see.
I mean, she's giving white girl, but she could also be a little maybe a little Italian, maybe.
Let me see.
I thought maybe
White is Italian. I don't know if you know that.
I mean, yeah, but they be trying to claim a little.
We need Dr. Umar to diagnose this.
Y'all see what I mean?
Yeah.
Then she got the streaks in her
Yeah.
hair. So I'm like, is she
non-black,
a little
She's
Mexican,
Caucasian.
maybe?
Yeah, but
she's black. Okay.
Let's-
Don't
she's
just
Caucasian.
say, don't
Actually,
just
she looks
don't just
Caucasian.
diagnose her as Caucasian. We don't know.
I said she looks Caucasian.
We don't know.
She just
She's
looks
Caucasian.
non-black.
Yeah, she looks non-black.
But it
Yeah.
says that he left
Said diagnose
SNL to pursue other opportunities.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Every time people leave SNL, it's very miscellaneous. Like they just say, "Hey, we're leaving. We're going on. Thank
Have
you,
other things
SNL."
to do, yeah.
I think you got to keep it cute like that. But
All right.
and, I did reach out to SNL to see if they had anything to say about this. They didn't say anything.
because they high.
All right.
That's it for the hour.
All right.
We'll be
That's
back.
the latest with Loren.
Happy birthday, Cynthia Erivo.
Oh yes, it is her birthday.
Yeah, she only 39. I know that's right. Okay.
All right. Now, when we come back, Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Listen, first donkey of the year, 2026, man. I'm giving this person donkey today because I don't plan to talk about this person ever again. But we need Dame Dash to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with him. I promise you, I would never, ever mention you ever again.
I don't believe
The
you.
first donkey of the year.
He deserved it. It's his fault. He bought this on himself. I had nothing to do with this. Okay? We'll discuss.
All right. Well, let's get to it next.
You're triggering me.
You're triggering me. You're triggering me.
Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up. Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.